there, I didn't see you. Why don't you come on with me? I can show you around. I think you're pretty chill. Yeah, check this out. Ooh, lights, fancy new stuff. Yes, look at that singular block up there because I didn't have a good showcase set up before I started this. Yes, okay. Continue, follow me. Ooh, trial chambers. Ooh. Please subscribe. Please. Anyway, yeah, I did some off-camera mining and yeah. Do you need any new tough blocks? Do you need any? Do you need any of these? Any of these? Any of these strike you fancy? Huh? Fancy? No? No? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to mining. Budz, welcome to episode 22 of the Minecraft Let's Play. And from that little intro, you can tell that we are in a trial chamber. And I've made it my mission to excavate one of these. I am gathering up a bunch of this tuff. I love the little smooth gradient here that this chiseled one has. There's a singular polished one there, which is weird. And of course the new copper bulbs and the grates and all overall just a bunch of new crap. But yes, as you can tell from this little zoom effect, I also have got some mods installed. Nothing game-changing, just like shaders, which make it look so good. We are in a random area of the world, actually. I just flew out here on a stream, and since there's no replay mod yet for 1.21, I don't actually have any footage, but I swear to God I did it all, and you can see it on screen now as well. I wanted to show you guys how satisfying this is in a video, though. But I'm so upset because for some reason, Mojang was like, yeah, we'll make this block will be an insta-mine, right? And so you can just go crazy with it. But then copper will be like a millisecond too long. So you'll have the satisfactory insta mining, and then you'll come to the copper and you feel like an old person. But overall, I gotta say, these new blocks are really good. I didn't know how to make the copper bulbs light up for a super long time, but it's like super simple. You just put down like some type of redstone and it just boom, and they stay on. And I didn't know that. Oh, whoops. Yeah, but I figured I would be down here mining, starting off the video a little bit smoother. I feel like the last couple videos we've really been breezing through stuff, and I want to go back to that kind of like good old-fashioned, you know, Minecraft experience where there's not a jump cut every 5 seconds. I want to kind of go back to the roots, I guess, of core Minecraft gameplay, where you just sit and do stuff. But I wanted to show you guys through. If you haven't, for whatever reason, seen 1.21, this is what the trial chambers look like before they get demolished by me. I actually went through and I raided a whole bunch of trials and chambers and everything in between on other streams when the update actually went live. I do have some footage of me actually going through and playing the update on like a few days after the update actually released. And the reason why I didn't actually make this video then was because my grandparents were visiting, so I wanted to spend the maximum amount of time with them that I could. But luckily I did get to play for about 3 hours and stream some Minecraft the day that the update came out. So there's lots of good little loot nooks and crannies here. So let me just play a few clips and show you guys what I found from the vaults, as well as, you know, just exploring the chambers. Dude, this is the second one, are you kidding? Ooh, banner. No freaking way there's a cake that naturally spawns. Oh, yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Okay, Minecraft. Hi, Oma. I just got something really rare in Minecraft. Do you want to see it? So I'm in one of the new things.
Okay, well, I should leave you sitting here.
Oh, no.
Because I don't know. Trial omen.
Yeah, I just got this thing, which is...
Well, how many computers do you have there?
I have 2 monitors. This, I know it doesn't mean anything to you, but this is one of the new things. And
is that a chair or is that a box?
It's a heavy core, so kind of like a box. It's used for like a mace. It's a new weapon.
Oh,
So
I thought you could sit on it.
So I have like a timer thing going for like an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I go through.
You got an hour left.
Yeah, I go through all of the trial chambers and I kill all the monsters, like the spiders and the zombies and stuff.
Okay.
I didn't make any of this. This just spawns in, and this is the
Spawns
new.
in, it was there.
And this is my character
Okay. Your
up
character.
here. So
Does
that's
he
what
have a name? My character.
well, my username is Elephant Gun 2001.
Okay, I understood that perfectly. I don't know what you said. Alvin something.
Since my username's Elephant Gun,
Oh, elephant.
yeah,
I understood Alvin.
I'm Alvin and the Chipmunks secretly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it seems like.
But I have my little elephant on my shirt.
Isn't that like Steve?
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like Steve?
Yeah, I based it off of Steve.
Yeah, what is this on top?
This,
The light?
yeah, this is my ring light. So when I record, yeah, when I record videos,
Turn it off.
and yes, that is right, folks. I have a bunch of heavy cores. I even got lucky and I got 2 of them in a row. Which I don't know the like rarities of that, the oddity of it, but I'm really impressed with it. I know that Mog Swamp, when he was doing the update on his world, he actually ended up getting like 3 in a row. So I'm sure that there's like a higher probability you can get. But I had to name this guy Mace Windu for obvious reasons. But this guy is so overpowered. You can one-shot people probably if you jump from here to there and you do a full wind up and jump and hit. You can one-shot players. And not just players in no armor, I mean like players in diamond gear. Because I was testing out this update the day it came out with Bunny on our multiplayer world that we have like open to LAN and stuff. And the mace is so powerful. And I definitely want to be enchanting it later in the episode and stuff like that. But we should really return home, get some work done, and then probably at the end of the video, we can go and experiment with this some more. So I will see you guys at home. And boom, teleport, insane transition complete. This is all of the main loot that I actually ended up getting. This is all of the good stuff, as I like to call it. We got some of the new enchanted books and stuff like that, like density's new. We have these things called wind charges, which are kind of weird. They just do that, and it kind of like, you know, it's like the name says, they just blow a little breeze. We have all of the mob drops I got. Now I do have looting 3 on my sword, but Jesus, this is insanity. And the breeze rods, they look really similar to what the mace has as its handle, and that's actually because you have to craft this thing. I did not think you were gonna have to, and I was actually pleasantly surprised when I pulled up the like wiki for it, and I was like, no way. Because I love craftable items like that. I don't like just finding super op things. Like, could you imagine having to craft and fly the elytra? Like, that would, oh my god, that would be so much cooler than going to the end. Speaking of elytra, there are new capes. So right now I have on the Twitch cape, and you know, I kind of think it matches with my pants and my blue kind of color scheme, along with my enchanted stuff. Some more mob drops, and here is all of the primary things that I am super excited about. Now, I know that it's kind of weird I'm excited about this, but I absolutely love these decorated pots. And now they actually have a function. You can put stuff in them. So we have all of these pots that I didn't have to make. We have a few new sherds as well, which are great. And the dispensers, oh my gosh, these trial chambers are like, oh, they're so good for dispensers. So many potions, so many weakness potions as well. Not to mention we have the new Bad Omen bottles, which if you're not familiar with, if you have a Bad Omen 5, you can either start a raid like you would always, or you give it a little drinking, and then you go into a trial chamber and you will get a hardened version or hardened challenge of the actual chamber. This is what I'm most interested in showing you. All of the possessions that I actually want to keep and like actually care about are in this singular chest. This is probably something that a lot of people actually care about. I'm not really a fan of enchanted golden apples. I don't really care for god apples. And some new banner types. We also have more armor trims. Cakes can be found in trial chambers. To the best of my knowledge, I think that that's actually the only place in Minecraft where you can find like cakes, like fully made cakes. Here are some of the keys for Vault. And I was thinking that with these keys, head to a brand new trial chamber and see what we can get, because I would love to decorate with these heavy cores, but sadly they are really rare. Dropping, oh my God. Oh, that's satisfying. This has a 7.5% chance of coming out of an ominous trial vault, and holy crap. I've seen so many cool build ideas for this, and here we have the music discs. Now, I know that one person in particular, Hobby, aka Medulla, I know that he is a massive fan. Shut up, you guys. I know he is a massive fan of Creator, so I'm only gonna play a few seconds of these, probably about like 10 or 20, and we're gonna see which one we like best. Okay, that one's my favorite. I'm gonna say it right now. Okay, Creator. I've heard that one so many times from Hobby, aka Medulla's channel at the end of his Realm SMP videos that every single time I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, what a banger. But still, I think that Precipice right now is in my favorite. It's by Aaron Sheriff, who also made the CD Relic, if I'm not mistaken. But we also have Lena Raine's Music Box edition of Creator. And one thing I have to say, let me get away from these delays. One thing I have to say about these CDs that I absolutely adore, they are each like colored like the copper. So we have like orange on one side, and then we have like the green, kind of like a lakey color, I guess. And these, of course, do they remind you of anything? You might have seen this block earlier, the copper bulbs. So this one would be a fully oxidized, and then this one, of course, would be a non-oxidized one. And I thought that I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I absolutely love it. So I have ranked them in the order of me liking them. Obviously, Precipice is, I don't know, Precipice is a banger, but anyway. And this is where I am keeping all of the stuff that I am gathering from the trial chambers that I'm demolishing for a later use actually in this build. So let's head down to where we're going to be spending most of today's episode. I know that it's been a hot second since we've been down here, but into what is going to be the tree farm. We went from one deep dark cave, aka the trial chambers, into another deep dark cave. The squid farm that we built last episode is right over here, and there is an elevator directly going up to it. So that, whoa! So that is nice. So for trees, you can actually tell how old they are by how many like indentions or like different colored circles there are inside of the trunk.
It's
and
the amount of circles.
It's the amount of,
yeah.
That's what I meant.
But that's not what you said.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
How many circles is how many years?
Yeah.
Okay. How many circles is how many years the tree is? Thank you.
The amount of circles is
the amount of
how long the tree has been there for.
That's what I just said.
No, but you said how long circle tree is tree circle. That's basically what you said.
It's how many
The
circles.
amount of circles in a tree is how long the tree has lived for.
Okay.
You might want to write this down.
The amount of tree circles on the tree are.
No.
So trees have circles in them, like little darkened lines. And however many circles are in the tree's trunk, that determines how old the tree is, right? Good. Okay, I got a thumbs up. So that means that if I want to make all of this look like a tree stump, I'm gonna need to go through and get a bunch of different wood, and I'm gonna make a proper tree stump. We're gonna have some birch, we're gonna have jungle. So on a stream, I went through and gathered up a whole bunch of logs. I still don't feel like it's enough, and it probably won't be, but that's fine. Since I wanna get started and make all of this out of wood, I have to go clear some lava lakes because because I have been avoiding so many lava lakes for a very long time. I've heard you can use slime to easily take out a bunch of lava, and I don't know how true it is. Let's head on over to our slime farm. Yeah, oh yeah, we got slime blocks for days. So these are non-flammable. And also, sorry if you can hear any noise in the background. There is a thunderstorm going on right now, so... Oh my god, that was a loud one. I swear to god I'm not farting really loud and just blaming it on the storm. Wait, this is actually a good way to do this. And then you can just insta-mine it back up. Whoa. Internet knowledge. Well, it looks like I've got a lot of this on my hands to do. So, I guess I'll be back when I have most of this done. There are so many lava lakes above that area, but I am willing to do all this because I really... Once I put down all that wood, I do not want it to burn down for whatever reason. Whoa, where'd you come from? An hour later and many, many slime blocks, and I have cleared out all of this lava. God, we can actually get to building now. It's been a few days now since I actually got rid of all that lava, but what came to me is trees aren't tree stumps in the ground. They're a complex system of roots. So I went to my friend, TheHappyTreeHugger, because obviously she has a lot more knowledge on trees than I do. I actually just sat down and I asked her, hey, can I do this? Can I do that? And the other. So that stump idea is actually going to be marked completely off the list because there really isn't a naturally occurring random tree stump as a root. Or at least not to my knowledge or hers. So what I ended up doing is just going on Google for a little bit and trying to remind myself this is what a root system looks like. Well, when it's uprooted, the trees bring up mud or dirt or whatever else could be there. So I said to myself, hey, how about instead of a tree stump, we set up this kind of like dugout area where the roots are exposed to air and we can get the trees down on some dirt below, while also making it seem like it's man-made and held together, but natural. I don't know if that made any sense, but here's what I mean. If we add a little strip right here and, you know, maybe put up some trees here. So for every tree type, we can have a specific dedicated root that goes near it and also allows for me to do a little trick that I haven't yet talked about. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. And we get something like this. So in the words of Good Times with Scar, super fast build mode, commence. Ah, it's so magical. It's so cool looking. The only downside to this build as it is right now is that it takes up a lot of little details. So that's why there's things like this scattered about. We have a bunch of like dripstone trying to grow, but I've been here for like a little while at this and it has not grown a single time. But there are other things. I needed more glowberries. I needed more of those hanging roots. And it turns out hanging roots, you can actually just put bone meal into, where's my bone meal at? And it will auto mine. I was literally sitting here trying to farm azalea trees because that was the only way I knew how to get this. And also, I didn't know that you could get the azalea bushes, like the little azalea trees and stuff, from fortuning the leaves. I didn't know that. So let's fly on up to our little platform here. It's a little, you know, cramped right now, but we have pretty simple, solid design. We have a lot more stuff to decorate with and so on. But I really wanted to get started on camera and show you guys kind of my, I guess, design perspective. We'll call these here connectors. But where the connectors were, I tried to add a lot of mud, and you can see that all the way around. Now, since that is the topmost portion of this roof, like that is the main structure that is holding everything down. It's attached into the walls. It's holding everything down with the walls. I wanted to make it kind of go down a little bit, so that way it seemed as if stuff is actually being held up. Now, I'm not a builder. Well, I guess anyone's a builder. Anyone can cook type of thing, but I would not call myself a builder. So we have some dripstone around here. So I am just going to simply put a few little bits of mud around because dripstone's supposed to be wet. You know, we got like a little animation every now and then coming from these if they're on certain blocks. So that, of course, needs to be something that we keep track of. I want this to be a somewhat gradual decline. So we have mud. Let us go. Let's see. We got packed mud on this side, normal dirt. Let's bring in a mix of coarse dirt, and we'll just continue along like this. Give it some of that texturing, and bada boom. That looks like a nice little corner, and that looks phenomenal. I don't know if this made any sense also. Let me know if it did, because it makes sense in my head, but I'm not very well articulated, so I could just be saying random nonsense and nobody understands what I'm saying, but I think one of you, at least one of you guys, like, has to know or has to get it. You know what I mean? And just like that, I have done it. Ow. There's a path now. There's stuff in the sky now. I mean, the villager's still here, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But look at all of this progress. But since everything in the very middle is all decorated, I gotta frickin' place a whole bunch of glowberries. And now for the dripstone. The dripstone's in, we can get to the final detail, which is the hanging roots. Reveal moment. Oh, it's so much more bright. Look at that. And obviously not every bit is going to be as lit up as that, like, because nature itself is supposed to be random. You know, this cave is different from that cave, and, you know, these caves are man-made and all that. So even in the design, this one kind of clumps down more. This one's a lot more layered. So I want for there to be certain things, like one area doesn't really have a lot of glowberries. One area has more stalactite. This is gonna take a while, because I have to do what I just did 4 more times, which took half an hour. I hate this game. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's gonna be so serene when I'm done. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Since I decorated the ceilings, it has actually been several weeks. And just saying that is insane, but I have done so many streams and I have gotten a little bit out of hand with this. What you're seeing right now is all of the footage from my streams and what I've done. I decided to add these awnings like in our picture that we drew up. I also decided that this glass and bedrock floor is not actually gonna be here, so I'm gonna work on taking that out. And I gotta say, there is so much stuff to this project that it's actually mind-boggling. I swear to God, I said in last video, I was gonna tone it back on my projects. I was gonna, you know, not stress so much about building something so epic. I mean it. In the next video, we are doing something smaller because this is insane. This has taken me so many hours, and to think in February of this year, this was still just a pit. I think that this is coming together really good, even though it's taking a super long time to do. It's really satisfying to kind of like look at and see. Now you might notice that there's some redstone components here, and that is because I wanted to have a sundial. It shows when it is dawn, when it's day, when it's dusk, and when it's night. And at the time of recording this voiceover, I am nowhere near completing this, but what you're seeing on screen right now is going to be the final product, or at least close to it. Budz, I have finished the build. And yes, it has taken me a super long time. It is now September 12th at almost 30 in the afternoon. It is day 2748, and I gotta say, before I even show this off, I am not going to be building something this big next episode. This, honestly, I'm very sick of editing this video because I've been editing this video now since about the end of May, and it's September now, so it's just a little bit of time, but I am so proud of this build though. Look at this. So we're underneath the bat cave. We're in our little spiral area here, and I added in these logs and stuff here because this is an oak tree at heart. So let's just come on down here. And let's peek out into, oh, how do I do that? Night vision, I don't want night vision. And let's show off the entire build. Can't really see it good from up here, kind of a lame thing. Anyway, this right here is the oak tree. Now you're supposed to fly down out of this oak tree, and you can use the little chutes here if you want, but most of the time I just glide on down, and you'll see we got a bunch of stuff laid out here. So let's start at the middle where it all began. This is my crazy storage area. I don't really know when I'm gonna fix this, so for right now, this storage just exists here. It's just like the last build, I still have a crap ton of shulker boxes just chilling at the entrance. So if you follow one of these paths, you're actually going to be taken to a root system, or in this case, a root system and some trees. Now, since this is a tree farm, we have little decorations, we got some leaves, some custom heads here that show off what type of wood type this is. So if I wanted to break down these trees, and these are solid trees all throughout, if I wanted to break those, I could make a little staircase going up and it would be easy. Or if I wanted to get on top of it, I could go into this here tree and do these launch pads. Now, this is what I actually wanted to talk about. Whoopsie. And you can exit out of this door. You can continue going up on the launch pads and it'll take you higher in the tree. You can go to this azalea tree and fly out. You could just jump down in here, use your hoe, get all of these leaves off, and then harvest the wood one by one. And, you know, similarly, you can come over to these azalea trees, harvest up some of the wonderful leaves, because we all love those. And, oh my gosh, just check this out. Yeah, we've got some more paths here. We got some more acacia. We got a little path going to the azalea stuff. And yeah, more decorations. We got a nice, lovely bench. Maybe I wanted to, you know, eat something here. How fitting. I can come over here to the spot in my world that I actually killed the first wither. Now, some of you will know from the video. There's a plane going by outside, hold on. Now, some of you will know that this is the spot where I killed my first wither in this world in 2022. And it was actually more like right here, but like don't tell anyone because I wanted to make this little memorial spot. So we have some nice wither heads. We got the first beacon here, some wither roses, and another launch pad. So I can get up into the acacia wood, I can get up into the cherry wood, but we also have another little path that takes us to the birch area. And here we have some books. We can sit down and maybe read about the types of different birches. I know that one of our mods on YouTube and Twitch is a very big fan of birch, so shout out to you, Tree, and thank you so much for helping me with this build as well. Maybe this will be your dedicated little corner spot. Let's just cut in between here. We have the wonderful cherry blossom area. Oh my gosh, to the left of the cherry blossoms is the giant mangrove that are like super big and really hard to mine, but they look so cute. So the warp wood is right here, and to the left of it is the crimson wood. But what's over here in the middle? Let's go check that out. We have another little custom bench, and I'm not talking to you. We have a pigling, and this pigling holds the timber whelm. Actually, my first axe that I ever used in this world. So fun little fact, Ruben, you need to be quiet. I will get to you in a moment, but yes, this is a little shrine because I figured, well, why not? Let's honor him. Maybe there was like a dwarven society here or something. Maybe they were the piglin and this is like the chosen one that handles the timber whelm. They love trees. They loved their pigmen. Who honestly knows? I'm just trying to add in a little bit of lore. And I'm kind of excited to see where I can go with this from here. Okay, yes, Ruben, I'm coming to you. Jesus Christ. We have our friendly neighborhood guy, Ruben. Hello, Ruben. Say hi, Ruben. Thank you. And a little chair so that way I can sit next to him. This is actually the spot. If I sit in this seat, then I can actually trigger the squid farm to go off. And speaking of squid farm, that's the elevator system, but what happened here? Oh, it looks like the warped wood roots got all up in here. No, the villager. You did move. Okay. And let's see, share it in with the novice stick trade so I can replenish my tools while I'm out axing everything. We have another elevator system and, you know, kind of a messy little setup we've got going on, but up there is the squid farm. Now let's use this to hop on up, get to the highest point of this root system. And yeah, sometimes this will happen and the launch pads will kind of malfunction, but that is totally okay. So let's actually head on up here and use the little drop chute out back. And this is just something that makes it easier for me not to waste rockets. So if I wanted to climb up into these trees and tear them down, then I would use that system, run up there and fly across. Over here, we've got some more dark oak. We have a nice little dark oak forest here, and that leads up into another root system. And to the side of it is a wonderful, beautiful spruce pasture. Our nice little cherries in the corner. We got the lovely spruce wood. And the path kind of stops the more you go over because not many people walk there. So we didn't really feel like adding a path there, if that makes any sense. Jungle wood. Ah, look at this. And of course, we got that lovely, lovely little waterfall here. This isn't like, oh, I was lazy and I decided to do only what you could see. No, all of this, well, maybe not that, but everything else is fully decorated. And geez Louise, guys. Like, I'll take you over into the jungle one because that's another one. This is another one that's primarily hidden from view. So you just hop on up it, keep a going. and then you'll get into this area and you can go higher up in the spruce, and this area will actually take you up to the redstone that we have going for our sundial. And oh my gosh, this sundial literally, it makes me want to cry sometimes because it is so impossible to work with and set up, but I kind of love it. It's kind of like a little passion project that I'm gonna be going back to every now and then. But yes, this little opening chute, I can just hop right on here to the spruce wood. Don't have to waste any rockets, don't have to waste much elytra, probably like 1 or 2 jumping from there. The reason why the jungle wood's connected to this is because I can literally just like fly over to this and work my way from the top up. So yes, all of these trees, so this jungle tree, spruce trees, dark oak, stuff like that, these are not going to be permanent trees. These are trees that I am going to tear down. This one I'm not going to be taking down. The one in the corner I'm not going to be taking down. There are going to be some that are just decorative like that, but I didn't want to make it too busy, because the last thing that I want is for everybody's eyes to get all caught up, because look at over here, for instance, there is a lot of stuff going on. Not to mention, when you fly up into the sky, you can see the individual paths, you see everything going on, lots of routes, lots of everything, so I feel like if I do any more, I'm gonna be messing it up, and I feel like I have done the exact right amount. Maybe I could add a little bit more details, like I really like that pigment statue. I love the little bookshelf area, not to mention the benches look so cute, so I might be sprinkling in something like over there, or who knows, maybe I'll put something closer in the middle of the jungle area. I'm not sure right now, because I am so tired of building this, and I mean that in the best way possible. I feel like this build is like wholeheartedly completed. I feel like now I can actually use it for the intended purpose, which is chopping down a bunch of trees, because remember, I dug out this entire hole by hand. This was 400,000 blocks of deep slate, and that was last year at about this time, honestly, probably more like October I started that. And I am just now finished with that and can actually start working on my main project. And I'm not even supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be building a city. So, you wanna see what I'm doing in Minecraft?
Sure, let's take a peek.
I'm not done quite yet.
Ooh.
I even have a f***ing redstone system. Check this out. This means it's night. And then it goes to dawn and day and dusk.
I really like that.
Thank you.
I also really like how they like up the building limit, so that like you can actually do stuff.
I left my villager breeder on, so...
Oh yeah, didn't they like completely over how villagers work?
Yeah.
Or it wasn't villages, it was
No, it was
the netherite
villagers.
trims.
It was both.
Oh, it was both. Oh yeah, because they made it so that like villagers in a biome only certain.
No, that's
trades
coming
are
soon, but like...
What the is that?
How about this? Because I was like, I wanted to add some like designs, and I'm like, right next to this guy, I can like have like that. And this guy's here, Squid Farm. It's like the...
Oh, this is just like the return for it is right there?
No, this is the sphere limit. So this is like, because I didn't want to with the ocean.
Gotcha, so they would just spawn
in the... So they spawn right in here, and they drop
and
down.
They just drop, and it just lets everything work. That's genius.
And all of this is because I needed a tree farm. But yes, buds, let me know what you think. Do you enjoy the lovely atmosphere we've got going on? I do have a few more, the spore blossoms or something I really wanted to add because, oh my gosh, the atmosphere would be so wonderful just like that. Oh, definitely some little details here and there that I can continue to add upon, but I feel like for the most part we're good to go. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you also enjoyed this. And I know that a lot of you guys were in the streams. I know a bunch of you guys watched the streams actually. You guys were absolutely insane. Yes, buds, that is going to be it for this video. It's a little bit of a longer one, and it's definitely taken me a while. I also want to show that I got a night vision mod. So this is what it looks like in full bright light, but I feel like this kind of isn't true to what the build's supposed to be. It kind of makes it look weird. So this is actually the intended purpose. I don't know how well that comes across on YouTube, but I am so proud of this. But yes, buds, if you enjoyed it, then please do smash that like button, because oh my gosh, who wouldn't love something like this? It's absolutely amazing, took me ages, and more importantly, I got to share the journey with all of you guys. So I cannot wait to actually use this, build some more stuff with all of the wood I'm gonna be getting from the trees in here. And oh my god, the atmosphere is immaculate. I'm gonna keep fangirling in the corner. Join the village today. It's only a click away. I'm gonna go break trees. Trees! Oops. You can't see me.